Well, boys, it's finally happened. We finally got an update to where Awakening is somewhat pretty good now. So if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, we got the update where Seismic Blast is now in the game, and this move is dummy thick. It does a crazy amount of damage, and on top of that, it has frontal guard. It also has like plus 9% accuracy. It's got 100% crit. It's just a really insane move, not to mention it has down attack as well, which just makes it even more deadly in both PvE and PvP. But I think where this move really shines is over in PvP, because you can absolutely delete people with this ability. I'm gonna go ahead and roll some footage from earlier when I asked someone to come to BA with me just so I can test the move out, and this guy had 302 DP, he had tent buff, he also had church buffs, and I think he had a meal going, but I'm not entirely sure. However, 100% he had tent buff and church buffs, but the point being is that his cheeks were deleted. It was crazy. I wasn't expecting this damage to come out, and it's really just surprising to see someone just absolutely get destroyed. Now, just for reference, I am 271 on my Berserker, so it's not like I'm a slouch or anything like that, but I'm also not up there like, you know, Proteus or whatever. He's like 280 something, so like I'm still, you know, in the not necessarily bottom range tier, but I'm still, you know, a little under geared compared to some other people. But I think for 271 and being able to almost one shot somebody with 302 DP, that's pretty decent. For someone that has like full pen and stuff, it's clearly not gonna cut it, but it's still gonna get me pretty damn close, and I think I can still close the fight out. Now, there's a few different ways you can utilize this ability. In PvE, it really doesn't matter. You just have to find a way to fit it into your rotation in terms of just your, you know, combos and whatnot. So if you're doing, let's go up here real quick so I don't get in this guy's way. If you're doing combos in PvE, right, you typically start with like FD, headbutt, ground lifting, and then from ground lifting, this is where I would insert my, Seismic Blast, because you can cancel the animation. If you guys look, Seismic Blast has a little bit of startup time, and you can get it to instantaneously come out after ground lifting. So right here, we hit this, and then boom, you see how it just came out right away, and I didn't have to go through that weird ass animation. Now, this does take some time getting used to, because I have the like Rabam skill, I think is what it is, where ground lifting takes a minute to go off. So you need to get used to the timing with that, because it does take a little bit to get it to come off. I might actually switch this out, because I think this skill is trash, because I get desynced out of it all the fucking time when I PvP. So this, like ground lifting, when you use the skill, right, it's supposed to have, I think, frontal guard or SA. No, it's SA. It's supposed to have super armor, and it doesn't matter. Like, it genuinely doesn't matter. It still fucking gets hit. I still get hit through it. It's trash. Like, I hate this ability because the SA does not work, and it needs to get patched and fixed up. But the point being, if you are using this skill, you need to be able to time your Seismic Blast properly, or else you're not going to be able to cancel the animation. It can also be done through General Disarray as well, so that's another thing that takes some practice. I'm not used to it. I don't really use General Disarray with this, so it's like, really, yeah, there we go. It's a little tough, but you know, it just practice makes perfect, you know? So a full combo would be FD, headbutt, ground lifting, Seismic Blast, and then maybe, you know, go into Slugfest. That's for strictly PvE, by the way. Don't use Slugfest in PvP. It doesn't do a lot. I promise you, Slugfest is kind of ass. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, Titan Blow has 100% critical hit rate, which ties over into Split Shot. So whenever you use Split Shot, all the, you know, nonsense that you get from Titan Blow with the 100% crit, it passes to Split Shot. And the same logic goes for Seismic Blast, which is why I have the skill add-ons for critical hit damage. The moment I hit Seismic Blast, I get that critical hit damage plus 3% for 5 seconds, and then I can follow up instantaneously with Split Shot. Not to mention that most of my combos are when somebody's on the ground after a grab or a knock, which means I get that extra down attack damage plus 3% as well. Very, very good for deleting people. So a full combo with all that in mind, right? We would just do FD, headbutt, ground lifting, Seismic Blast, and then you would go into Ancient Wave. I kind of scuffed that up a little bit. You're supposed to time that properly, but I mistimed it. But you get the point. That's the combo. And then even with that, right, you actually have, you know, you Devastation in PvE. You still have Slugfest. You still have Feral Rage. You still have Raging Thunder, General Disarray. You have a ton of moves that are filler and until you get Ancient Wave and Split Shot back. which is the main huge buff because that was our kill potential. When it came to PvP, the only thing we could kill people with necessarily was either FD spam if we had high AP, or we had to use General Disarray into Ancient Wave Split Shot. That was our kill combo, and if we didn't kill someone with that combo, we would have to wait a grand total of like 22 seconds in order for us to do that combo again. So it's just like 20 seconds of us running the fuck around until, you know, we got our cooldowns back. But with Seismic Blast, this is on a 6-second cooldown, and it claps. It absolutely claps cheeks. So that's why this move is incredibly good. Having a 6-second kill potential is really nuts. And what's also good is that you can utilize this in grab combos as well. So you can go ahead and get Smackdown right, and you go on Destroying Bees, Headbutt, boom, 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 and then you see how far we are, and then we can still hit Ancient Wave. And that's massive. That's fucking massive, man. You don't understand how ridiculous that is. See, the good part about Seismic Blast is that this knocks us back a little bit and puts distance, which makes grab classes less of a threat on Wake Up because they're so far away, and then Ancient Wave puts us even farther back and still does a good bit of damage. That's why this is such a dangerous move, because now we have kill potential from a distance off of a grab. And the same logic goes for like an Awakening grab too, right? You go for rooting and then boom, boom. Look at all that. Look at that. That's still kind of slow, but yeah, it still works. I don't know, man. This move is deadly. I'm like super happy that this move exists because it is fucking deadly, man. I love this. Like, it's so disgustingly deadly. Obviously, it's day one. It's going to take some practice utilizing this into my kit and everything with both PvE and PvP, but I'm telling you, this is going to be the wave. I'm not saying Succession is dead by any means, but what I am saying is that Awakening is now really viable. So take your pick. If you want to run Awakening, well, you shouldn't have any issues now because this is now just absolutely god tier. It is absolutely really, really good. Does it beat Witch and Wizard? Absolutely the fuck not, but it is still really, really good. So honestly, do what you will, you know, you're gonna have fun with it one way or another. But I think that's gonna be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye.
Yeah, she knows I'm the one. Yeah, she knows I don't need no cutting. I don't